Hello, hello. Hey, Lizzie, how are you? Good to see you. Hello. Happy Sunday. Happy full moon. It was a good Sunday. Good weekend. Good weekend. Hello, hello. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Good to see you. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad. Let me know if you have any questions about any of those. I am always, it may take me a minute to respond, but I'm always available. I had a pretty good week. I'm feeling like I'm on up because it was a little rough there, but this was a much better week. I'm getting in there, making traction. You are early. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Pinky. Welcome back. How was everybody's weekend? Hello. Thank you. Hey, Erin. Hey, Gina. Awesome. That's good to hear. Yeah, every weekend's too fast, but no matter what, just weekends go. Sundays in particular are my favorite day of the week, and they are always the fastest. Hey, Zia. Oh, the beach. That sounds lovely. It's been so nice here. It's just, I can't get enough of it. Oh, thank you. I have to say the filter makes it look much more dimensional. Like, it's got like dark purples and stuff. It's not quite the same. The filter's given me some love. Hey, Ingrid. Good to see you. Glad you set your alarm. Yeah, I'm hoping we keep this weather. Like, it's rainy, but it's been okay. Like, it's been warm, rainy, summer rainy. Like, everything's growing from the rain. Feels productive. Oh, stained glass lanterns. That sounds lovely. Happy Sunday. And we've got kind of a Scorpio full moon, and it's a lunar eclipse. So just bringing in some support for that. It could be stirring up some shadow stuff. So just dealing with illuminating the subconscious, I think, is kind of our intention today to help support that. Hey, Pam. Good to see you. A hammock is. Oof. And it's been cloudy here. I'll go check afterwards, but mostly it's been too cloudy here for me to even see the moon, but that's okay. I'm playing rain music. It's been raining on and off, but it just feels like we're going to do some subconscious stuff, some cleansing, so I figured rain is that perfect kind of sound. 2 a.m. Hopefully we put you to sleep and you dream well. Hi, Brianna. Good to see you. I know, I'm like, it's the filter that was really, there's maybe 2 shades of purple in my hair. I don't usually put my crystals outside because some of them can be water sensitive and there can be dew or rain, you never know. So I usually just put my crystals on like a tray or a little bowl next to a window that feels like it would get moonlight. And that is easier, and I don't have to worry about what could happen to my stones outside. So that's what I normally do, if that helps at all. Grab your water or tea to hydrate, yes. And I'm going to start with a little smoke cleanse. I usually do, even if it's cloudy, just in case. You know, sometimes during the night the clouds can clear, or you get like that cool thing where just the clouds around the moon clear. So, you know, why not? I don't know that I can see the eclipse. I definitely can't because it's cloudy. And I think it's going to be later. I never can do anything in the middle of the night. Like, I am a sleeping person. So I cannot do those, like, late night, early morning moon things. And so I have a tiniest little piece of Palo Santo. I've been milking this little piece for years. So bringing some of this in with us. And I love the smell of Palo Santo. Setting your crystals out for these Reiki sessions for them to charge, yeah, and I think that you should act as a director for that, like, you know, saying, I'm gonna have these crystals charged, and kind of trying to direct the energy there, being a part of that process if you can. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, I have Tip of the Moon as my website. I think I don't have a lot of Reiki stuff there. Mostly just, I don't have any Reiki learning stuff there, really. I need to get my act together. But I do have, you can book private sessions through my website. So just bringing a little of this in to cleanse out the space before we start. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that about them. Well, it's very woody kind of scent, and it's a little sharper. To me, it smells more like a cedary kind of burning, a little bit like piney and wood-like. I don't know, to me now it just smells like I've cleansed out a space. It's a very strong scent, so it will top over any other scent in the room and goes away very quickly. Like, I feel like white sage is a good scent that tops over any other scent, but it lingers too long for me. Whereas this feels like it's about an hour or two and then it dissipates and it feels refreshed, if that makes sense. If you're having that, I definitely would be talking to a professional therapist or somebody that can help with panic attacks if you're having that many, that severe. Because there might be something that they can do, you know, medicine or something. So, I mean, meditation and things can be helpful for calming, but that sounds like a professional should maybe weigh in. So these lights, for some reason, like once every hour blink. I don't know what that is, but they do. I think it's kind of interesting. But yeah. And yeah, this is a little piece of Palo Santo. Usually it's a little piece of wood that's like that long. I don't like sage. I really don't. Palo Santo, yeah, Brianna, all the way. Oh, thank you. Oops. Take that off. Hello. Losing my voice again every time I'm doing deep inner work. Any advice? I think when you're experiencing something like that, it's the body's way of telling you need rest. And so, you know, doing that inner work, also make sure that you're doing the work of giving your body, and especially your voice, your expression, a little bit of rest. Take time is what I would recommend. The sound of rain is from the YouTube. It has like music and rain sounds. It's been raining here most of the day. I'm gonna just put this right here. But that is actually from the YouTube video. Thank you. Yes, happy full moon. Hey Jen, good to see you. Yeah, don't burn your bread. So full moons usually can be a good time for releasing what you've been manifesting and sending it out into the world to be fulfilled. Today's an eclipse. Some people work with those, some people don't. I don't like to work with eclipses for manifesting. I like to use them more for healing, more for revealing things, working like with the subconscious, working shadow work. He's good. Oh, I'm so glad. And whatever gets you more comfortable to relax, I would say. So again, our intention today is just kind of illuminating the shadow, working with that subconscious. It's a Scorpio full moon, and Scorpio is very much what's below the surface, and celebrating those passionate bits below the surface. I'm gonna start with Blue Apatite, and I like this one just for how it works with the third eye. It feels like a very good intuition, subconscious stone, starting to see those layers of things. So let's start with that. Oh, interesting. So yeah, this might be a moon for you. Sorry. Thank you. It's actually one of the very first ones I picked out kind of for myself. The necklace is little garnet beads, and then there's like a little tiny bit that has maybe some quartz and metal, but it's mostly for the garnet beads. Oh yeah, absolutely go outside. Don't worry, it's not gonna like blow you up. An eclipse is just a time to kind of maybe pay attention, look at things, see how things are affecting you, pay attention a little more. But definitely don't like hide. A lot of Scorpio risings. One second, I'm gonna drink. Getting rid of toxic people from your life is it's a process, you know, it's a lot about setting boundaries for yourself. Definitely take time with it. Don't feel like you need to blow up all your relationships as you remove people. It can just be saying no to one engagement. You don't have to like never talk to me again. It can be just a slow uncoupling and realizing that you want to spend your time with people that make you feel lifted up. So take your time with it. I do have a concept with my emotions, and sorry if I'm missing some. Thank you for that gift of your comments. In general, like when I'm pulling this way, I'm trying to release but also open up spaces to allow things to move through, whereas this is adorable. When I'm doing this, I'm more trying to send Reiki in, send energy in to start things to flow. So there's kind of like a pulling. The pancake gift was really cute. A pulling and a pushing sort of motions. But I also open up my, I don't know, not intuition. Allow flow. Like I don't overthink them either. I allow for things to just happen and trust that I will be directed in the way that's best to send the energy, if that makes sense. Intuition's not the word, I don't know what to call it. And you kind of just let things happen. Thank you. Good luck with your bread. That's fantastic. Flow state is close to what I'm trying to say. There's kind of a flow. There's like a, I don't know. That word is like right outside of my, like it's right there on the tip of my tongue. Intention, like there's, my intention is for, you know, I set my intention to work with the Scorpio full moon and to release and open up the subconscious. So that's my intention. Not sure. Channel. I will definitely try to upload this one. Sorry, I don't always get to those. I do post some of my lives. I can do this one for sure. Oh, thank you. I'm glad it helps. That one's really pretty too. Thank you. I always notice that when it happens. 777. For a moment, it usually never stays too long. So using this stone really to open up the third eye, open up our awareness of maybe our subconscious selves. A lot of times an eclipse can bring about or reveal those kind of subconscious items, those things that are below the surface, kind of illuminating them for us. And so that we're just a little bit more aware. It's not to try to fix everything in one day, but more cultivate awareness of those things. Thank you. I try to make it a safe space for people, so I appreciate you noticing. And feeling that sudden feel of stress and overwhelmed is kind of maybe the shadow work there is telling you to slow down, that not everything needs to happen in a few days. Not saying that's your case, but just it always invites us to look at how we're setting up our lives. Yeah, somebody's in daylight with sunshine and someone's 3 a.m. It's awesome. This one is Blue Apatite, and I really like it. Usually it's kind of glassy on the top, so it almost looks like there's several layers to it. And so it's one of my favorite kind of intuition stones, third eye stones. But I am done. So this Blue Apatite. And then my next favorite stone is, it did match my nails, which are a little beat up. I reseeded my lawn yesterday, so did yard work. Is Numite is one of my very favorite kind of shadow work stones. One of my personal favorite stones that has gotten me through so much. Not this one, I have another that's more for myself. But this one's just a nice little pocket stone. And it looks like little glittering kind of flakes in it. And it feels like it really helps you go a bit deeper. It feels kind of safe to me. I know some people don't like it as much, but one of my favorite stones for kind of just going into, oh, thank you. Going into a deeper space. As far as this, I had to order it online, though be careful of fakes because some people sell galaxy granite as it. Numites will always kind of have different sized flakes throughout, and usually a little bit coppery looking flakes. But both of my pieces I had to order online because my local store did not have it. And it's right there at the bottom, Numite. Yeah, I like when my hair is light purple because then it feels like lilac or lavender or amethyst. No, so like charging your stones is not manifesting. Manifesting is you've got a particular goal, you've probably done some work around that. Maybe you've created boards or spells or something like that. You are looking for something, bringing a job, love, whatever it is. You're looking for a particular thing and you want that to manifest in your life. So that's kind of manifesting. And I don't usually do those with eclipses. Like I'm not trying to make a wish. I'm usually trying to journal, use my tarot cards, look at how I can heal better, maybe meditate, take a bath, reflect, maybe send positive energy out into the world, open up my heart, listen, be compassionate. And I always charge my, I can put stones out. Eclipse, sometimes not. Depends on how it feels, I guess. We start with appetite, we end with ham. Yeah. I got into Reiki because it was really helpful for me. It helped calm my anxiety, especially at work. I used to watch Reiki videos at work, like kind of around 2, 3 in the afternoon. It would help wake me up, help me feel a little bit more focused. And then it slowly just kept working, kept helping me unblock and heal things. And then I started learning how to do it for myself and how to do it on my candles. look awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry. I know those days are really rough. Kelly was saying we start with appetite, we end with ham. I'm not really sure how to get, I learned from a friend, and that's how I got my certificate. I have Reiki classes on my Patreon community, but I don't have any certificates yet. I just look in your local community. I definitely would find someone local if you can. Most people that are Reiki, like they take clients, will usually teach small batch groups. So they may only be like 2 people in your class, depending on how rural or if you're in the city. But I know when I was looking for a Reiki appointment recently, almost all of them had Reiki learning. So I'd reach out to somebody, see if you like their vibe. If you really want to do it more professionally, I would recommend that. I've been working on my merch. I think I've got 2 things they've been uploading to my site. It's a little confusing, so I am making progress on my merch. Promise. We've had rain all day today, and I think we're gonna have some more rain tomorrow, which I'm okay with it because it's been warm and it was needed. Yeah, it felt really cleansing, this rain, and it felt like it was really jump-starting all the things growing. Like, so much stuff grew overnight. Literally, our grass grew like 2 inches overnight. It was fantastic. Oh, that's awesome, Brianna. Congratulations. And many more. I'm so glad. I'm gonna scrape this down. That's fantastic. Congratulations. So this is Numite, one of my favorite shadow work stones. I think it's like 3 billion-year-old stone. It's one of the oldest stones that you can get, and it feels very patient and grounding, but also a bit illuminating of the things in the dark. Kind of feels like, I always talk about it as like the night sky of my ancestors. I feel like I'm in that place. Deep healing, deep connection. So, one of my favorites. Though I know some people have issues with it. It's like moldavite for them, but that was not the case for me. The next one I have is Black Moonstone, and it's kind of got peachy, there we go, metallic bits in it, and I love it for how it opens up our intuition, opens up, again, that kind of subconscious connection and energy right below the surface. Feels a bit electric, innovative. So what I like about that innovative quality is when we're dealing with our shadow, it's not always direct how we fix it. You're not gonna just fix something in your shadow by saying, don't do that, stupid. You really need to come at it from several angles. So that innovative, illuminating quality is what I like this stone for. I am on YouTube, yep. Same name, Tip of the Moon. Any recommendations for weight loss? Usually with weight loss, you're training yourself in new systems of some kind. So anything that helps your willpower. So maybe some citrine, maybe some carnelian. Something that helps you feel strong in what you're doing and your will to do this. Because you're probably forcing yourself some new habits. Thank you. I don't feel like I knew. I knew I wanted to learn Reiki for myself. It wasn't until I just kind of fell into my lap that I started doing it for others. I say if you want to get certified, see where that goes. Maybe it opens up new things, maybe it takes you to somewhere else. Maybe you don't need it at the moment. I've had stones disappear for a while and then come back, 6 months, whatever, so. I usually use smoke, like incense smoke, to cleanse my stones, where I put them out in the moon light or sunlight sometimes, not for long. The size of the stone is really not that important. Whatever's going to work for your situation. Like, you don't need to spend $3,000 on a room-sized stone to heal room-sized trauma, if that makes sense. Get one that feels comfortable to hold, big enough that you're not going to lose it, small enough that you can use it. And maybe you just found a new home when you're talking about crystals being lost, Easy come, easy go. Yes, shape to me, I find shape to matter quite a bit. So this being a duller, smoother, more all-around radiant, like it's going to be more of a sphere of influence, whereas a point is going to be more directed. It's more like a pen, where it's sending the energy out ahead of it, where this is kind of radiating it softly, gently. Raw can be a little sharp for some people, depends on how it's shaped in general. So yes, to me, size matters. I mean, not size, shape matters much more than size. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Despite it being kind of large and bulky, it was a pocket stone for quite a while for me. Size matters. I mean, it does, but it doesn't really. I never like the idea that if you spend more money, you get more healed. Like, I don't like that transactional quality to spirituality. And so if we can remove that by not having size matter as much as possible, I think it's important. Oh, that's awesome. Enjoy that. You're very welcome. Thank you. No, if you're drawn to a certain thing, trust that instinct that is good. Sometimes a tower sitting will kind of project energy up into the room. And points seem harsh. That makes sense. For a long time, I didn't really use points in my personal practice. I didn't have any. It wasn't until I started using them kind of more out here, further away from myself, and not as a pocket stone, obviously. I like green stones for new beginnings, so I like moss agate or green calcite. Those feel really fresh and new. Actually, black moonstone is good for that new beginning. Oh, interesting. And sometimes I like points as somewhere to put it in a room, and like when I'm meditating, sending my excess energy to that point and allowing it to fill the space. Similar to a pyramid, yeah. Though I feel like a tower goes higher. I don't know if that's true or not. Where a pyramid is going to be more of like fill the whole room, a tower is going to be a little bit more like a beacon. So that is Black Moonstone, which I really, really, really love. Feels quite lovely. Very electric. I am a Reiki master, yeah. So then I have this piece of Malgano Jasper. I think I'm saying it correctly. This one I really love for how it's transformational. It feels like it really helps us reflect on the stories that we tell ourselves and see them from new angles, fill in the blanks. Feels really good for kind of healing the stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves. So that. Hello. It's been a really nice stone. This is actually one that my husband has, one of these as well. He really liked it. Thank you. There's Reiki 1, Reiki 2, and Reiki Master. Sometimes Reiki Master Teacher is a separate thing. Sometimes, so it can be 4-ish, 3 to 4, depending on if you want to teach and if they're putting that as a separate class. Oh, thank you, Kelly. I don't really perform. No worries. I figured that one might be different. Take a moment. I don't really perform too much Reiki on my family. I have teenagers. They don't really want it. My husband, I do, but we're usually so busy that when I'm not working, I'm not wanting to do Reiki, if that makes sense. Because I do it for work and for videos and with clients, so. Oh, you can get your nails done whenever. You don't have to worry about the eclipse or anything like that. I'm so glad it helped. They're teenagers, you know, it's touch and go. Some days I am, some days I say no and I'm not. I will put this live on my YouTube, yeah. It might be a good one to revisit tomorrow after the eclipse, too. Yeah, it's typical teenage stuff. I don't take it too personal. I did the same. It's a rite of passage. Hey, that's a good sign when they vent. And you get to hear it. It's a very good sign. Except for, I guess, if you're having a moment. But it's a good sign she comes to you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you fear the lunar eclipse. Like, there's no fear. You just don't really, want to harness that energy, maybe. But there's no reason to not fear, or it's just a good time to pay attention, slow down a little bit, notice things. Absolutely no reason to fear it. I wouldn't stand out in the middle of a lightning storm and be like, I harness the power of the moon. Like, that might not work out well. But, otherwise, you're fine. Do you think I can save some of this Reiki energy in my nails? It's an interesting idea. I think in some ways everything is a spell, so everything you do, if you want to put your intention into it, you can. So do that. Try it out. Paint your nails, put your intention, put the Reiki into it, and see what happens. Is it beneficial? I'm kind of that, try it. See if it works. Yeah, and that's a good, because I've already got chipped fingernails, so that is a perfect intention to have it last longevity of my nails. Awesome, let us know how it works out. Yeah, I guess if you don't paint them, they can't chip. That's a good point. Oh, I'm glad. I wish I could. I will definitely look at pictures when I can. I don't have a piece of moldavite. I'm really not familiar with how it should feel. It's never really called to me, so I'm not sure. It may just not be, some people have a stone that calls to them. Maybe that particular moldavite is not really what you need at the moment. Yeah. Permaculture said exactly that. So there might not be anything wrong with it in particular. So that is Malagano Jasper, and it almost always has this really picture quality where you see all these different things. I have another piece over there, but it's too far to get, but it looks very similar, very pretty, very picturesque. Every piece is very different. And then I'm gonna finish this up with some Rhodochrosite. This one is so good for heart healing, digging up that shadow stuff, looking and paying attention to who we are beneath the surface in our subconscious, and kind of making the subconscious conscious is a big healing thing. It's draining a lot of energy to heal yourself in that way. So sending this with all the intention of refreshing your hearts, to do some self-love. They're kind of worthy of that healing effort. And this is Rhodochrosite. You can kind of see it next to down at the bottom. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm done with the jasper. Holy crap, you guys crack me up. And I swear I am working on it. I did today. So I think I have 2 designs at least that are somewhat uploaded. And on t-shirt, I think there's a t-shirt, a mug, water bottle, something else maybe. So I'm trying to get them to integrate to my site. Get on it. That was what I did this evening. Like 5 to 7 o'clock, I messed around with Printful and tried to get it to connect to my site, so we'll see. Oh my goodness, yeah, I don't really take it out much. It really stays on the tray of crystals that I use. Like, it doesn't, I don't think I'd ever lose it. Hamilton. Hopefully that's kind of my goal this week, is to finish the merch probably by Thursday. Oops, just hit a button. So hopefully I can finish that merch connection to the store thing. And there's some sacred growth. Yeah, so that's my goal this week. I know. Okay. I may have missed it. Oh, fantastic. It's a night for Kelly's. You are ham late. I'm so sorry. You're so welcome. The stone is Rhodochrosite. It's written right there. Thank you. That was really pretty. Oh, that's perfect, Denise. Thank you. I'm going to do a little bit of plucking with this and then kind of using that to smooth over. Yeah, it's been a few crazy weeks, so we're starting to move out of that, though Mercury will still be retrograde for a little longer, until early June. June 3rd, yeah, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. I don't know what that means. Can I gift the galaxy? Oh, happy early birthday. I'm 41. It's a fantastic age. They blinked. Is that the second time they blinked? Maybe I was wrong about that once an hour. I don't have any crazy plans this coming summer. We'll see. Yeah, I think 40s are awesome. I am thrilled. 50s are good too. Yeah, give us an update on the 50s. Getting as much sun as you can. That sounds like a good goal. Yeah. And something about the last few years where I stopped making so many plans for things, and just we'll see. We'll see what the summer brings. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna just do some little aura brushing before we go too. That was Rhodochrosite, one of my favorites. Thank you. I didn't get sunburned. I did get a bazillion bug bites on like the back of my arm. It's like there's so many. There's like 20 back there. There's a lot of black flies. It's like, what? See? There's one right there. And I am very good at SPF, at least on my face. I don't really have the rest of my body out that often, but I do always wear sunscreen on my face. Yeah, Rhodochrosite is the one they call ham. Thank you. Grounding and sun, taking it easy, yes. Oh no, the bugs I was working and not noticing that they were I had a tank top on, and that they were biting the back of my arms. I guess it was like soft, and I don't know, they were hungry. But it was awful. Oh, I'm glad. I really would like people to have a space that feels like they can relax and let things down and just heal for a little bit, that feels safe, that you can come and go when you need, and it's here when you need it. That was kind of the idea of having videos, that they're there when needed. Yeah, it was chicken keeping life, because they ate all our grass seeds, so we had to reseed the part of our lawn. We have a tiny little lawn that we use for sitting that we want grass on, and they ate all my seeds, so we were trying to fence them away from the grass until it grows a little more. So it was chicken keeping life. And chickens are escape artists of the highest order. I don't know how they do it. You turn around and they're outside the fence. So, they are clever. So the entire weekend was, my husband called it, can you outsmart a chicken? It's like that old game show or whatever. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? It's like, are you smarter than a chicken? We are not. They're clever. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock. I think we're in a little bit better shape. Hopefully this was helpful in just easing the burden of maybe if this eclipse is stirring up anything for you guys. I will be back on live on Thursday, and there's videos on my YouTube. I have seen chicken run. Yes, exactly that. So thank you guys. Thank you to the mods so much for doing all your work and keeping all the things going. And thank you so much to everyone that shows up and gives gifts, and my patrons. I appreciate you all so much for your support. And I will work on merch, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye, guys.